Hi guys, and welcome back to another video on tips and tricks in Caddie. And in this video we are going to create a 3D model from this two-dimensional drawing. This is what we are going to create. Right, so let's get started. Let's have a look at the drawing that we've got. I've opened a DXF file with all the information on here. I'm going to copy the content thereof, and paste it into a new blank drawing. So I'm going to select it, right click, select clipboard, copy to clipboard, and then indicate the origin. Going to my new drawing, I'm going to right click and I'm going to select paste from clipboard. And there is our drawing. First things first, I am going to save our project. So I'm going to select File Save As, or the Save As icon from the top, and I'm going to give it a project name, and I'm going to add revision 1 as a DWG file, and I'm going to save this. I'm going to disable the dimensions for the moment, just to simplify things, and you'll see we've got this drawing that consists of lines. We need to convert this into a 3D object. Now there are a couple of 3D objects that you can use, for instance walls, slabs, mass elements, planes. There's quite a few. So in this case I'm going to use the wall command. Yeah, you've heard right. I'm going to use the wall command to show you how we are going to cut all these other holes and objects that we need to cut away. So first things first, I'm going to select a new layer. So I want to place my 3D objects on a new layer. Select the drop down, I'm going to use layer 1. Just to measure, that measures 75 millimeters. And the height of the object is 25. Let's get cracking. Select the wall function under build. The wall height, I know that this object is 25 millimeters high and the width is 75. Very important to make sure that I do not use automatic cleanups. Caddie indicates where to start. I go to endpoint, indicate the start and the endpoint. I'm finished, escape or option end. Just going to get rid of these construction lines. There you can see I'm orbiting. You can see the 3D object there. If I select it, you'll notice all these arrows. These arrows are for manipulating that object, in this case a wall object. But don't think about a wall, think about this, the mechanical object we've got here. We need to convert all of these objects into mass elements which we are going to subtract from our object. Switching to a wireframe render mode, I'm going to select these objects and I'm going to convert them to a polyline. As you can see, when I select them, they're all 4 different objects, 2 lines and 2 arcs, which I will convert now. So let's select them, right click, make polyline from lines and arcs. Now it's converted. When I select it, it's one object. Make sure it's a closed polyline, so closed property should be yes. These next two we're going to do different, I'll show you now. So let's go for the last one. This one has got a little trick to it. You'll notice the endpoint will not close up. When I select the end object, as you can see here, it selects a whole different object. So I'll unselect that, still continue, right click, make polyline from lines and arcs, select that. Now you'll see the property is closed no. Select it yes, and it will close it up automatically. Next to holes we've got a nice function. Select that. You'll see we've got a radius of 3 millimeters. I'll go directly and select mass elements. From here I'm going to select the height. I just want to protrude through the top of the height of the object, which is 25, so I'll go 50. The radius is 3 millimeters. Select cylinder, click OK. Now you'll notice it's a bit jaggedy. It's not as smooth as it should be. It's because of the factor of the curves. So let's place it down. I'm going to change the render mode so we can see nicely. You can see it looks like what 23. It looks like an octagon. So I'm going to delete that for the moment. Go to configure. Change the current drawing settings. Go to facets. And I'm going to change this value and make it 0.1. Click on OK. Do the same thing. Because Caddie remembers the settings, click OK. You'll immediately see that we've got a more smoother type of a curve. So let's go a bit further, and I'm going to change it again, and I'm going to modify that to 0.01. Do the same thing and you'll see how smooth that is, and that's the one I want. I can repeat the command, or I can just select it, press C on the keyboard for copy, indicate the copy point from and to, and I've got a duplicate one. Now let's create the other mass elements. Select the polyline, right click, convert to mass element, Caddie prompts me for the height. I'll indicate the height and press enter, and there is my mass element. Now let's do the other object. I will select the object, right click, convert to mass element, the height 50, I don't want another line, press enter, and there it is. Let's change the render mode, and you'll see there are these objects. So a lot of the hard work is now done, and then now let's start to cut in those openings. The function we're going to use is Wallbody modifier. It's actually very simple, and we do it as follows. First, we will select the object. Right click, select wall, add Wallbody modifier. Click on that, Caddie prompts to indicate the mass element. We've done it already, so all we have to do is indicate the element. Now, I'm going to select the component, which is in this case unknown. I want to subtract that, and I'm going to delete it automatically. Next one. Select it, select delete, select the component of unknown and OK. And we continue in the same fashion, repeating for each of these objects that we need to subtract. Next, we will attempt the holes from the sides. So there's a little trick to it. We just need to change the UCS. Let's have a look. Changing the render mode to wireframe, we can see those are the components. Here's the side view, and there's the plan view. So I'm changing the UCS from 2 points. As you can see, I've changed the render mode. You can see that I've changed the X and Y and Z totally. It's sitting on the front plane. Make sure that your 2D setting is set to 2D. That's very important. You need to snap onto the UCS, which is on the front part of this front section. So I'm going to place some construction lines down in order to get the intersecting point. Looking at the radius, there we can see, so I've already got the size of that. Now there's a quick way. Go to mass elements directly again, select the new radius, click on OK, and you can see the preview. I'm going to snap onto that intersecting point, and all we have to do is to rotate it, as you can see where it sits. For the rotation, I will select the 3D rotate. To do that, just look at the dimensions. I've got a little mistake here. That's supposed to be 12 millimeters high, and this is a little bit bigger, so let's change that to 12. Very important that you can do these changes on the fly. If I change it to solid or to a render view mode, which is a solid view, you can see where it sits. Now let's rotate that. I'm going to select 3D rotate from my top menu, and I will select the parameters, as you can see. Now I'm going to make a purposefully mistake to show you a bit of a quick way of doing things. Click on OK, indicate the origin point, and it turns it. Maybe not what I want, so press spacebar enter, and it rotates out. Just keep on repeating it. There we go. I'm done. Let's cut it in. Select the object, right click, wall, add a Wallbody modifier, indicate the mass element, select delete the component, and OK. There we go. Now for the next section, we do exactly the same. I'll just set it here to wireframe so you can see those are normal lines, and we're going to cut it through the whole section of this body. Measure that, that's 10 millimeters diameter, so it's a 5 mm radius. Our UCS is already in the correct position. All I have to do is now create the mass element. So I'll select mass element, change the radius, the full width of it, which is 75. Click on OK. You can see the preview, and I place it down. Select it, and I'm going to rotate it. Change it clockwise, click OK, indicate the point, and there we go. Change the render mode to solid just to see a bit clearer. Select it, right click wall, add wall body modifier, select the mass element, change the objects, and there we go. And you'll notice it has cut it through, right through that piece which is already cut. Now for the one on the opposite side is exactly the same. All we have to do is change the UCS and create the object, the mass element. So just a wireframe to see easier. I'm going to change, let's measure here quickly. That's also, what's it, 8 millimeters? So it's a formal radius, and it sits in the center. So let's change the UCS. I'll indicate the first point, second point, and there's the UCS. These on 2D, so I'm fine. Select V, it's a keyboard shortcut on my machine, and also H, which is also a shortcut on my Caddie, to create construction lines. Select mass element, let's just measure quickly. That's about 13, it's about 13 mils. So I'll create the mass element, and let's make it a little bit more than that. Doesn't matter, we'll see how it will cut through it. Change the radius, click OK, and I indicate the origin point. So there is our mass element, and I just need to rotate that. Let's set it again to solid render mode so we can see easier. As you can see, it has cut through. So I'll select the object again, right click wall, add wall body modifier, indicate the mass element, change to delete, show the component, and OK. And there is our cut through. Select W to change my UCS back into world position, and I've done my model. If you enjoyed watching this video, click the like and subscribe buttons, and do not forget to send me your comments and requests. My details, as well as download links for the files used in creating this video, can be found in the description below. Happy drawing!